Mr. Bill Russell because of the multiple championships he won and the time that he won it in when
Ah,
the segregation and people pooping in his bed and all. It
yeah.
was just what he lived. Most of us just absolutely, we're horrified to think about. But he lived and was a total champion. And now I hear a story of him, a Celtic. I got to get this in my mind. A Celtic calling a Piston saying, it's all right. You got to get back on the horse.
Yeah.
I'm blown away. And this
Uh,
is this
Well,
is absolutely gold for me now.
let me tell you what else is gonna blow you away. How about that Piston being at that Celtic Kevin Garnett jersey retirement?
Loved it. And because you said that, quickly tell us about that relationship because Kevin always said that we would go to Chicago when, being a broadcaster on the bus with him.
Yeah.
And we go by some little area in Chicago. He said, that's where I used to play. And he said, the one time I was there and they told me to come down with my sneakers and Jordan and them were down there playing. And I went down there and I busted Scottie Pippen's ass.
Yeah.
And over in the corner was little dude, Isiah saying, yo, big fella, you can play in the league. And that to him was just, he looks at you, obviously bringing you to his retirement of his jersey was big, but he looks at you, your relationship was just incredible.
And I also took him into the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
A Piston
Yes.
taking the Celtic into the Hall of Fame.
Wow.
So,
Unbelievable.
so our relationship, it was organic, but it was how can I say it? Wisdom and mentoring and knowledge. And you got another one there in Jaylen Brown. I tell you, ask Danny Ainge to tell you how Jaylen Brown got to Boston.
What? See, that is not around, but you got to tell me quickly now because you got to speak right now. How did he get there?
Well, I called up Danny and I said, hey, remember Jaylen Brown was supposed to go like 14, 15 in the
Yeah.
draft. Remember they were saying he couldn't shoot, he couldn't do all this. And I called up Danny and I said, hey, you know what? This guy's a Celtic. He goes,
Wow.
Isiah, my scouts are saying da da da. I said, Danny, so I met him in Atlanta, Four Seasons Hotel in Atlanta. He and I sat there and we talked. And I said, Danny, everything I've seen of Jaylen Brown, he may not fit in any other organization.
Wow.
When he comes to Boston, he is a Celtic. Intellectually, spiritually, his game, the way it can blossom and develop, the type of person he is, he's a Celtic. And I told Jaylen Brown, I said, you know what? You ain't gonna want to hear this, right? You belong in Boston. You're a Celtic.
Wow.
Because I can't see myself that way. But once he understood the history of the Celtics, the real history of the Celtics, right? He fits hand in glove as a Celtic. And
Wow.
I said the same thing to Mikhail about Garnett. About Garnett should be with you in that draft.
And the day that you and I were sitting down, we were chopping it up and we were talking about, and I said, well, there's only Draymond Green. I said, there's only been 35 finals MVPs. And I turned around, I said, damn it, I'm one of them.
Yeah.
And you reached your hand over to me and said, I'm one too. I was like, that's my boy right there. That's my boy Blue right there. So, man, appreciate you coming on with me. And my podcast is only stronger because of you.
Love you and respect, brother. Always.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right.
Bye-bye.
The Cedric Maxwell podcast is brought to you by FanDuel, the exclusive wagering partner of the CLNS Media Network.